Today, we're diving deep into the world of Jefferson Nickels, one of the most collected coins in U.S. history. These coins have been in circulation since 1938, but some are worth far more than their face value. And from rare minting errors to limited editions, we'll explore the top 4 most valuable Jefferson Nickels that could be sitting in your collection right now. So let's get started. 1991 D Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it was designed by Felix Schlag. This nickel has since become a staple of American currency, featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse and his Monticello estate on the reverse. As for the 1991 D Jefferson Nickel, it was minted at the Denver Mint, which is why it carries the D mint mark just to the right of Monticello on the reverse. The Denver Mint produced a whopping 686,268,000 Jefferson Nickels in 1991. While it's not a particularly rare coin, its condition and specific characteristics can significantly impact its value, which we'll get into shortly. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse, you'll see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Above his head, you'll find the word Liberty followed by the 1991 date and the D mint mark. On the reverse, we have the iconic Monticello building, Jefferson's Virginia state, with the inscriptions E pluribus unum above and United States of America and 5 cents below. It's important to note that in coins like the 1991 D nickel, details like Jefferson's cheekbone, hairline, and Monticello's dome can fade over time due to circulation. Coins with well-preserved details are what collectors are after. Now let's talk about condition. The value of your 1991 D Jefferson nickel will largely depend on its grade, a measure of its condition. The coin grading scale runs from poor P1 to mint state MS70. Circulated coins, if your 1991 D nickel shows signs of wear like scratches or loss of detail, it's likely in a circulated condition. These coins typically sell for face value 5 cents up to about 25 cents. Uncirculated coins, Mississippi 60 to MS65, a coin that hasn't been used in commerce and shows no signs of wear, is considered uncirculated. A 1991 D in uncirculated condition can range from 50 cents to $2. If your coin is pristine with sharp details and no flaws under magnification, it can be classified as MS6066 or higher. These higher grade coins can sell for up to $20 or more, depending on market demand. Another aspect that can increase the value of your 1991 D Jefferson Nickel is the presence of any mint errors. Some notable error types include die cracks. Small cracks in the die can leave raised lines on the coin. Off-center strikes. If the coin wasn't struck correctly, part of the design could be missing. Double dies. These coins may show doubling in the inscriptions or design elements, which is always an exciting find. If you're lucky enough to come across an error coin, its value can shoot up depending on the rarity of the error. Some error nickels from 1991 D have sold for as much as $50 to $100 or more. 1945 Jefferson Nickel. First, let's talk about the history of the 1945 Jefferson Nickel. This coin is part of the War Nickel series, which were produced between 1942 and 1945 during World War II. Due to the need for nickel in military production, the U.S. Mint made a key change in the composition of the nickel coins. The 1945 nickel, like other war nickels, contains 35% silver, along with 56% copper and 9% manganese. This makes it quite unique. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by sculptor Felix Schlag. On the obverse or front side, you'll see a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The reverse or backside shows Jefferson's home, Monticello. But one important detail of the 1945 Jefferson nickel is the large mint mark on the reverse, located above the dome of Monticello. If your coin has a PD or S mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, respectively. Now let's talk about minting numbers and key variations. Over 215 million Jefferson Nickels were minted in 1945 across 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Here's the breakdown. 1945 P Philadelphia, 119,408,100 coins. 1945 D Denver, 37,158,000 coins. 1945 S San Francisco, 58,939,000 coins. The Philadelphia Mint was unique for using the P mint mark, the first time the Philadelphia Mint used a mint mark on U.S. coins. So if you have a 1945 P, that P is historically significant. Now on to the question every collector wants to know: what's the value of a 1945 Jefferson Nickel? As always, condition is key. Here's a general breakdown of values as of today. Circulated condition: most 1945 Jefferson Nickels are common, and in circulated condition are typically worth between $1.25 and $2 due to their silver content. The uncirculated condition: if your coin is uncirculated, its value increases. Prices range from $5 to $10 depending on the grade. High grade and certified coins graded MS65 or higher can fetch even more, sometimes upwards of $25 to $50 or more. Errors and rarities. Keep an eye out for any mint errors like double die averses or off-center strikes. These error coins can be worth significantly more depending on the rarity and condition. And let's not forget the intrinsic value. Because these coins contain silver, they have a melt value based on the current silver market. As of now, the silver content alone is worth around $1.20, but that fluctuates with the market. 1939 Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation for 25 years. Designed by Felix Schlag, this nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse or front and his home, Monticello, on the reverse or back. And the coin became a tribute to the third U.S. president and his legacy. In 1939, the second year of the Jefferson Nickels production, over 120 million nickels were minted, but not all of them are created equal. Some of these coins have variations that significantly impact their value in today's market. There are two major varieties of the 1939 Jefferson nickel, both of which collectors seek the regular strike and the reverse of 1940 variety. The reverse of 1940 variety refers to a slight design change in the Monticello building on the reverse of the coin. In 1939, some coins were struck with a sharper, more defined version of Monticello, a design that would be standard in 1940. This minor detail makes a huge difference to collectors. In 1939, the Jefferson nickel was minted at 3 U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify where your coin was minted by looking for the mint mark on the reverse to the right of Monticello. No mint mark coins minted in Philadelphia. D mint mark coins minted in Denver. S mint mark coins minted in San Francisco. None of these, the D and S mint mark coins, are generally more valuable than those minted in Philadelphia, simply because fewer were produced at these mints. Like most coins, the value of a 1939 Jefferson nickel largely depends on its condition or grade. Coins in poor condition, especially those heavily circulated, are worth between 10 to 30 cents. However, coins in higher grades, such as those graded MS65 or above, can be worth significantly more. 1951 Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, featuring the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The 1951 edition of this coin continues the legacy of this beloved series, and today we're going to explore its value, history, and what makes it unique. First, let's talk about the design. The 1951 Jefferson nickel features a left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, we see Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. The coin has a diameter of 21.21 mm and is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Like many coins of its time, the 1951 Jefferson nickel was minted in multiple locations, which is indicated by its mint mark. You'll find coins from Philadelphia with no mint mark, from Denver marked with a D, and from San Francisco marked with an S.A. Now, let's look at the historical context. By 1951, America was in the post-World War II era, and the economy was booming. The demand for coins was high, and the U.S. Mint was working hard to keep up. This year saw the production of over 50 million Jefferson nickels, which played a crucial role in everyday transactions. Interestingly, the 1951 nickel is often noted for its unique characteristics. For example, some coins were struck with slight variations in design due to the minting process, making certain examples more sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about value. The 1951 Jefferson nickel isn't one of the most valuable coins in the series, but its worth can vary based on condition and mint mark. Here's a quick breakdown of estimated values. 1951, no mint mark, typically worth 5 to 10 cents. In circulated condition, uncirculated examples can go for $1 to $2. 1951 D Denver mint, similar to the Philadelphia coin, worth around 5 to 10 cents in circulated condition and up to $2 uncirculated. 1951 S San Francisco mint, a bit rarer, with values ranging from 10 cents in circulated condition to around $5 in uncirculated condition. Of course, these values can fluctuate based on market demand and the coin's condition. So it's always a good idea to check with a reputable dealer or use a coin price guide. If you're looking to add a 1951 Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are some tips on identifying a good coin. Check for mint marks. Look for the mint mark on the reverse side just above Monticello. Inspect for wear. Examine the coin for wear and tear. Coins in better condition will fetch higher prices. Look for variations. Some coins may have slight variations in the design. These can be more valuable. All right, everyone, that wraps up our look at the 1951 Jefferson nickel. It's a fascinating coin with a rich history and a story that reflects its time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to channel name for more numismatic content. And let us know in the comments if you have a 1951 nickel in your collection or if you've come across any unique finds. 1976 State Quarter. The 1976 Bicentennial Quarter was minted in celebration of the 200th anniversary of America's independence, commemorating the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. But here's something interesting. The U.S. Mint decided to honor this occasion with a special coin design, not just for quarters, but also for half dollars and dollars. These coins, known as the Bicentennial coins, were only minted in 1975 and 1976, but they all feature the dual date 1776 to 1976 to 1976. Now let's talk about the design. The obverse or front of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, which you've probably seen on regular quarters, but flip it over and the reverse is where things get interesting. On the reverse, we have a colonial drummer in full swing, marching forward with pride. This design was created by Jack L. H.R. and symbolizes the spirit of independence and freedom during the American Revolution. Surrounding the drummer are 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. Pretty cool, right? Now let's get into the specifics. Bicentennial quarters were produced in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can tell which mint your quarter came from by checking the mint mark just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse side. If there's no mint mark, your coin was minted in Philadelphia. A D stands for Denver, and an S means it was minted in San Francisco. And if you have an S mint mark, you might have something special because San Francisco also minted proofs and silver-clad versions of this coin. All right, now let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the value. While the regular circulation 1976 bicentennial quarters are still relatively common and typically worth face value if found in circulated condition, there are some exceptions. For circulated coins, you're generally looking at around 25 to 50 cents. However, if you've got an uncirculated coin in pristine condition, the value can jump to a few dollars depending on the condition and demand from collectors. The real stars are the proof and silver-clad versions. Proof bicentennial quarters with an S mint mark can be worth $5 to $10, while the 40% silver-clad versions are worth even more, often selling for $7 to $20 depending on the condition. 2019 Lowell Quarter. The 2019 Lowell National Historical Park Quarter was the first of 5 quarters released in 2019 as part of the U.S. Mints America the Beautiful Quarters program. This series began in 2010 and will include 56 unique designs, each representing a national park or historic site from every U.S. state, territory, and the District of Columbia. Lowell National Historical Park, located in Massachusetts, was established to preserve and celebrate America's industrial heritage. The city of Lowell played a pivotal role in the 19th century Industrial Revolution, particularly in textile manufacturing. The coin's design is a tribute to the hard work of factory laborers, especially women, during this time. It features a mill girl operating a power loom with the boot mill clock tower in the background. This design highlights how women became an essential part of the workforce during this period of American history. Let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has been the standard on U.S. quarters since 1932. Along the top, you'll see the inscriptions United States of America and Liberty, along with In God We Trust. And the coin's face value, $quarter. The reverse is where things get interesting. The image of the mill girl is surrounded by inscriptions Lowell, Massachusetts, 2019, and E Pluribus Unum, the U.S. Mint worked with the National Park Service to ensure historical accuracy in this design, capturing the spirit of the American Industrial Revolution. Like most modern quarters, the 2019 Lowell Quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia P, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Here's a breakdown of the mintages. Philadelphia Mint P, over 136 million coins. Denver Mint D, over 142 million coins. San Francisco Mint S proof and uncirculated versions, approximately 1.1 million proof coins and about 949,000 uncirculated coins. The S mint mark coins, especially the proofs, tend to be more valuable due to their lower mintage and higher quality strike. Now let's talk about value. What's this quarter worth today? Circulated coins, Philadelphia and Denver face value, but can sell for around $0.25 to $1 if they're in better condition, or if someone is trying to complete a collection. Uncirculated coins, Philadelphia and Denver, these can range from $1 to $5 depending on the coin's condition. Proof and uncirculated San Francisco coins, these coins hold more value, with prices ranging between $5 and $20 depending on the grade. Of course, coin grading plays a significant role in determining the exact value. High-quality graded versions of these quarters can fetch significantly more, especially in MS65 or higher. 1999 Connecticut P Quarter. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a series that started in 1999 and ran through 2008. Connecticut was one of the first states honored in this series, and its quarter was released on October 12, 1999, as the 5th state quarter overall. So why Connecticut? Well, this state is known as the Constitution State and was one of the original 13 colonies. The coin's design highlights a symbol closely tied to Connecticut's history, the Charter Oak. But more on that later. The 1999 Connecticut Quarters design is all about simplicity and historical significance. On the reverse, you'll find the beautiful Charter Oak tree, an important symbol of Connecticut's colonial history. According to legend, in 1687, the colonists hid their royal charter in this tree to protect it from British authorities. This tree unfortunately fell in 1856, but it remains a lasting emblem of the state's fight for self-government. Engraved under the Charter Oak is the state's name, Connecticut, and the year it became a state, 1788, alongside the release year, 1999, and the iconic phrase, E Pluribus Unum. The obverse of the coin features the familiar profile of George Washington, which appears on all U.S. quarters. Now, let's talk about where these coins were made. The 1999 Connecticut Quarter was minted at 3 different facilities. Philadelphia Mint P, no mint mark. Denver Mint DAD mint mark. San Francisco Mint S-proof coins, which include both clad and silver-proof versions. The coins from Philadelphia and Denver were produced for circulation, while the San Francisco proof coins are targeted at collectors. Proof coins, especially the silver versions, are particularly sought after for their higher quality finish and limited production. Now, the big question, what's the value of a 1999 Connecticut State Quarter today? As with any coin, its value depends on factors like condition, rarity, and demand. Let's break it down. Circulated coins. If you have a 1999 Connecticut quarter that's been in circulation, it's typically worth around 25 cents face value. However, if it's in excellent condition, you might be able to sell it for around 50 cents to $1. Uncirculated coins. Coins in mint state condition graded MS65 or higher can sell for around $5 to $15 or more, depending on the market. Higher grades like MS67 or MS67 or MS68 can command even higher prices. Proof coins. If you have a clad proof from the San Francisco Mint marked with an S, it's worth around $2 to $5. However, the silver proof version containing 90% silver can be worth around $10 to $15 or more depending on its condition. Remember, coin values fluctuate based on the market, so it's always a good idea to check recent sales or get a professional appraisal. Several factors can affect the value of your 1999 Connecticut quarter. Condition coins that are uncirculated or graded highly by a professional grading service are worth significantly more. Mint mark proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially silver proofs, generally hold higher value than standard circulation coins. Errors and varieties. Always check your coins for possible mint errors like double die strikes or off-center prints. Some error coins can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A well-known error for this quarter is the double die reverse error, where parts of the design appear doubled. If you happen to have one of these, your coin could be worth much more. So, if you're lucky enough to have a 1999 Connecticut State Quarter in pristine condition or a silver proof, it might be worth more than just 25 cents. Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned collector, this coin is a beautiful and affordable piece of American history to add to your collection. And remember, always handle your coins with care. Use gloves when handling valuable coins and store them in a protective holder to maintain their condition. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Connecticut State Quarter, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future coin videos. Let me know in the comments below what state quarter you'd like me to cover next.